same speed. Beauty is skin deep, looking for the in between. It doesn't take just anything to bring out the extreme. We leave to keep score. For us, it's run and go. For us, it's all we know. It's run and go. We think ahead out of force out. We run and go. For us, it's in our bones. It's run and go. Oh. We leave to keep score. For us, it's run and go. For us, it's all we know. It's run and go. We think ahead out of force out. We run and go. For us, it's in our bones. It's run and go. Oh, go, oh, 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 oh. It's run and go. It's running. It's running. We leave to keep score. For us, it's run and go. For us, it's all we know. It's run and go. We think ahead out of force out. We run and go. For us, it's in our bones. It's run and go. Oh. We leave to keep score. For us, it's run and go. For us, it's all we know. It's run and go. We think ahead out of force out. We run and go. For us, it's in our bones. It's run and go. Oh. It's running. It's running. It's running.
Is that
EP.
Randy's picture?
Sure. Yeah, what is it? You wanted what, Nath? Or maybe we'll grab a screenshot.
I was just going to say,
what's
can
the
you
range?
composite in the rest of it?
What you mean possibly, but it would be different videos. It won't
Matter,
all be on the same video.
it's all taken at basically the same time on a tripod. So who cares?
Mm.
Yeah. Is there any way you can just paste it on the show note when you do the uncut?
Was that you and
Video?
on speaking?
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. Say that again.
Would it be possible to paste that Google Drive for everybody when you do the uncut at 4 a.m. or whatever, when you do the full YouTube post?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah, if you could do that, then that'd be great. And then I'll post it on Reddit because I think people will enjoy it.
Okay.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, so
You can see
Rumpus conveniently ignores Greba Mountain. What a surprise. And he's at odds with the rest of them.
What do you
It doesn't want to let me cut it. I don't get it. It doesn't want me to. Not letting me cut the link. Weird.
Why
Yeah,
won't
just
it let you
stick
do
it
that
on.
then?
Can you stick it on Skype, Ranty?
You're not allowed to stop.
Oh, got Anthony calling me.
There you go.
Hello.
I'm gonna go, guys. So see you later.
See you later,
Are
Owen.
we still live?
No, but we are
Hello.
recording.
I had the guy, you know, them people that I was just picking up then. They were all listening to the show. I was flat smacking them.
What, they were
Yeah.
listening to the show through the speakers?
Correct.
I love it.
So I basically, we're just shouting at Rumpus saying it's a reification fallacy and it's proof of nothing and all that. And they all started asking all the obvious questions. So I started to flat smack them. And when I said to them that there's no proof for gravity, they were like, what? And then I had to go through why gravity doesn't exist. And they were like, but why do you think this? And I said, I'm not saying I think anything. All I'm saying is that these guys can't prove that we live on a sphere. And they tell everyone they can. So they were all flat smacked. So they all know your name. And they'll all have a look at it tomorrow, hopefully.
Great.
And it was really good that there was no swearing as well.
No, there wasn't.
So what was the conclusion? Because once they started asking about gravity and curvature and stuff, I had to flat smack them. I didn't get the conclusion of what Rumpus did he get kicked in the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically. He just kept saying, I kept saying prove R, and he was like, the body of science proves R. I'm like, that's not good enough.
Yeah.
Prove R. And he's like, well, the geodetic surveys have agreed with the model. It's like, that's not proof of R either. It's like, you don't understand science. And at that point, he just kept reasserting it. You don't understand science. So after the third time of defining what science is, it's like, you're just obfuscating the hell out of this. There's no point. And from now on, I'm sick of it, really. I don't want to define science 16 times while it tells me the body of science proves R 16 times. Just, sod off. You've obviously got nothing.
Ours
I
proven.
heard you getting ready to kick him out on the third occasion, so I realised he was probably going to get kicked. But that also coincided with the whole
Everything you guys
science
say is
questions.
wrong. Like, gravity is proven, R is proven. All your arguments are wrong.
Are you a
Well-
geodetic surveyor? How do you know it's right? Like, have you ever done that stuff? Do you know how to do it?
No.
Well, then you don't know how they measure R, do you?
P-Mars,
Alright,
how do you
dude.
feel that I've just had a minibus full of kids all being told that the Earth's not a sphere?
I don't give a fuck.
Well, now they've all been told that there's no proof for gravity, and they're all going to hopefully go away and think, I wonder what that crazy bastard was on about.
Well, all they have to do is research, and they can find that you're wrong about everything you say.
Well, what-
So,
All right,
Not a
so
big
have you
deal.
got any gravity evidence, P-Mars?
of course, I've presented it to you countless times.
All right, well, what was it? Remind me.
Well, there's the one with we had a pyramid on a string being weighed by a scale, and we increased the weight of the pyramid by adding more mass underneath the pyramid.
Go on.
And that's it. That proves gravity.
Sorry, you think
I
You
don't
know what I
actually
saw
remember
David
reading-
Blaine do, mate?
Sorry, you think that's proof of gravity?
No, it is proof of gravity. You're an idiot.
What kind of proof is it? Is it
Kick 'em.
scientific proof?
Empirical proof. It's empirical
Empirical
evidence.
Really?
You know who
Absolutely.
David Copperfield is?
Do you know who Adolf Hitler is?
Sorry,
Sure.
I'm still trying to
Heard
figure
about
out how a triangle being weighed
both know
gives us
who-
proof of gravity, and why this isn't so thoroughly well known if it's a proof of
Do you
gravity.
blame the Jews for gravity?
Sorry, just tell us, P. Why isn't it that this is commonly known? I don't understand. This is new to me.
Why are you so
What?
racist?
I'm not
Yeah,
racist.
P, why
You're
are you a
racist.
dick?
His mom
You guys
married a
are
black
you guys
guy.
are you guys are anti-Semites.
We're trying to get proof of
Oh,
gravity.
on what? This is just a red herring.
Yeah.
You're
Let's
not
say
trying to
a
get
point.
proof of gravity
Here we
because you
are.
wouldn't go on YouTube, for one, if that was true.
Well, we know all the arguments for gravity, P. So this is a new one.
Yeah, but
simply
you
told-
just what? No. I presented this. I showed you the experiment.
really
I don't
Yeah.
ever remember you showing anybody this.
experiment. You
I
say?
did. I showed it on your panel.
Ah,
on your
so
show.
it is scientific evidence then. Excellent. So you could establish for us the independent dependent variables for the hypothesis and show us the systematic experimentation done to validate the independent variable as the cause, right?
Yes.
Excellent. Do you want to show us that?
No.
Yeah, you
I
see, the
already
problem
have.
is the independent variable would have to be gravity, which would mean that you
It
as a
is.
researcher would have to vary and manipulate.
They
gravity.
do.
Really? So they vary
Yes.
and manipulate the bending of space-time in this experiment?
Yes.
Really? I'd love to see that. Let me see somebody vary and manipulate the bending of space-time. Let me see it.
You just want to deny it. You don't care
Sorry,
about evidence.
let me see. You've
No.
claimed
First,
scientific
we
proof
weigh
of
a
gravity.
small-
I already
lead
showed it
pyramid.
to you.
to
No.
measure the force of attraction between it and the Earth. Its weight is 152.166 grams. Now we move the heavy lead ball under the scale, adding its mass to the mass of the Earth. The weight has increased by 1/1000th of a gram, which represents the attraction between the pyramid and the ball. When the mass under the pyramid got bigger, the force of attraction did too.
No, show it me now. Show me this independent variable of the bending of space-time being varied by someone dangling a triangle.
Why is that funny?
You take your time, P. This is supposed to be
'Cause you're a
scientific
fucking
proof of
moron.
gravity.
I'm not
you
a,
say
I'm not
you
a
don't
moron.
have
Why am I a moron?
because you
You're
think
denying an
this is-
experiment.
you think
I
this is
don't-
an experiment?
You're just
Well,
It's not
all
an
you're doing.
experiment.
It is an experiment.
No, it's not.
You
If it,
cannot
if it was an
vary the
experiment,
variable.
it would have
Yes,
a
you
hypothesis.
can vary the variables.
No,
Right.
you can't.
Yes, you can.
P, a hypothesis test. That's what an experiment is. Hypothesis
Yes,
test.
this is an experiment. I'm talking about
Yeah.
an experiment.
An
There's
experiment
many
is a
experiments that prove
hypothesis
gravity.
test. I'm telling you, a hypothesis test is what you've got there if you've got an experiment. So let's hear the hypothesis.
Matt, dude, I don't really want to do this with you.
There's no proof of gravity, P. No.
There is-
moron.
You're
No,
a fucking retard. I'm not a moron.
Kick
There's
him.
an experiment that proves gravity. Yeah, you're a nerd.
P-Bars, we enjoy you coming, man. You make us all feel intelligent.
Yeah, I appreciate
Why?
you, P. Because you're dumb and you make us feel better
Yeah.
about
I'm not
life.
dumb.
Because we're not dumb. You are.
No, you are retarded.
Really.
Yes.
That's an
we might-
excellent
we don't-
hypothesis.
we
Because
might
the,
be
the
the,
Earth isn't flat. It's obviously a sphere.
Obviously an observer of the sphere, right?
Yes.
P.
Why is that funny?
Because it's not.
And
Because it's just a
There's no
manipulation of
evidence.
mathematics. That's why.
there is evidence. It's not a manipulation of You know what's a manipulation of mathematics? Is you guys with the Metabunk curve calculator. That's a manipulation of mathematics.
Yeah, it is. You're right. That's exactly it. That is the Metabunk mathematical manipulation that we're talking
You
about.
creating
P.
a straw man fallacious argument to say that the Earth is flat.
What are you talking about?
Talking about your curve calculator
It's not
stuff
my
that you
curve
do when you
calculator,
say
retard.
that
It's yours.
we
You think
shouldn't
the
be
Earth's
able
a
to
sphere.
see something.
It's not my
that
calculator,
we can
retard.
see.
Hello? It's not my calculator, it's yours. God, you don't even know whose the calculator is.
You know what the circumference of the globe is, Pete?
Not off the top of my head.
Don't know it. You
Pete!
fucking retard.
What are we playing with here?
What? I'm way more intelligent than all of you.
Really?
Yeah, it's not even close.
You don't know.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
I think you could add up all your brains together, and you wouldn't even equal what I got going on here. So
That's excellent.
Yeah, but you don't
That's lovely.
know the circumference of the Earth, though, right?
why would I know
let's try,
that?
Let's try my last tact when I asked him about radius. What is circumference, P?
He just said, why would I know that? Wow.
Wow.
Forget what the circumference of Earth is, right? What is circumference?
Well, why do you deny experiments, Nathan?
I don't. I can define what an experiment is.
Does he?
It's a hypothesis test, right? That's what an experiment is. So if you're testing a hypothesis, an experiment, then first you must have a hypothesis.
There is a hypothesis and an independent variable.
Excellent.
In
So
the
the
experiment.
cause of it is gravity, right?
Gravity, yeah, mass attracts mass.
No. Bending of space-time, P.
Yeah, bending of space-time.
No, not mass
attracts
attracting mass then.
What's funny? I don't get it.
Because you don't know what gravity even is. You don't know what you're trying to prove, which
What
is
it
amusing.
is-
You're telling us you've got it all going on up here, right? But then you say mass attracting mass, and I've just told you, oh, so this experiment will show somebody bending space-time. Right, P? Hello?
Yeah, but what bends space-time?
Nobody's bending any
Mom's
space-time,
bending
P. Let's get that clear. Nobody.
What makes unicorns fat, P?
What do unicorns have to do with anything?
Well, that's like you asking what bends space-time.
No, it's not at all.
What flavour
It's a
carrots
false-
does Rudolph
That's a
and
false
Donna and
equivalency
Blitz-
logical fallacy, Nathan.
Whoa, check him out.
No, it's the same. It's the same, P. What
No, it's
makes
not the same,
unicorns
it's false
fat?
equivalency because there's evidence for gravity. We have
What's the evidence?
experimentation that proves gravity is
What is
real.
Excellent.
There's
So
no
what's the
experiment
hypothesis
that
again?
proves unicorns are real, so I don't find your example very compelling.
Cool. What's the hypothesis for the experiment with the dangling triangle?
That mass attracts mass.
That's a hypothesis, is it? No, that's an effect. Half a hypothesis.
No,
You'd also
no,
need.
it's the hypothesis.
You'd also need a cause. So that's half a hypothesis. An effect. Dependent variable. Dependent variable only. So what's the
There is a
independent
cause.
variable?
Mass,
So what
mass is the
causes?
cause. Mass
So what
cause
causes
is
mass
an
attracting mass?
attractive force
P.
called gravity.
P. Try to listen.
Why
So
can't
what-
you understand gravity?
P. In a hypothesis,
You're so
you have
thick.
two things: a cause and an effect. The presumed cause is your independent variable. The
Right.
presumed wait for it, P. Trying to educate a Dumbo. So the effect is your observed phenomena. You're saying mass attracting mass. So the cause would be gravity.
Mass.
Yeah, that's an effect.
Mass.
So what's
Mass?
the cause? You're a Dumbo. In science, you're trying
No.
to establish the cause of the effect. If you're saying mass attracts mass, that's an effect, and the cause would
Right,
be
mass
the cause
causes
would be
an
what,
attractive force between mass.
P? No,
And
P.
on-
have
mass,
no
do-
idea
mass
how
doesn't
it
have a
works.
force.
That's not how
P.
it works.
We're trying to establish that with the experiment. P. Don't just assert it. So the independent variable.
Experiment shows it.
You're just gonna right, P. Do you want to get kicked out? Is that what you're looking for?
Well, I mean, you want to kick me out because you're wrong.
Do because you're an asshole.
No, you're wrong.
No, I'm trying to explain to you that in a hypothesis, you have both the cause, presumed cause, independent variable, and the effect. So far, you've said mass attracts mass. That's an effect. Now, I'm asking you for the cause. Everyone else on the panel knows it's gravity, but you just won't say it. You rumpus me every time I get to this stage.
It's mass, dude.
So, the cause of mass attracting mass is mass. You're an idiot.
Yes.
Mass attracts mass,
Right.
cause mass. No, Pete. You're trying to prove gravity, not mass. You Dumbo. This argument is about the thing I'm trying to get you to say. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're a total buffoon. I mean, you claim you're clever, but you're literally dumb.
Why?
P, the other thing is, P, that is not the current science for gravity anyway. Current science for gravity is the bending of space-time, dude.
I didn't say anything that goes against the bending of space-time.
You said mass attracts mass.
Yes.
That's been superseded
True.
by Einsteinian
Yeah,
gravity. The bending of space-time. Try to
No,
pay
that's not true.
attention.
The mass causes the space-time to bend.
So
So-
we're saying the
What you're
effect
saying
is
is
now.
wrong.
So the effect is now not mass attracting mass. The effect is now space-time bending. Hello.
No, it's the same thing.
No, they are fundamentally different. That's
How?
why they use different words.
They're not different. How
If
are
they were the
different?
same, they'd be the same, P. Mass attracting mass is the same as a mass attracting a mass. Bending space-time is very different to mass attracting mass. That's why they use different words.
It's not different.
Yeah,
No,
that's why they
don't-
use different
They
words.
use different words for things that are the same all the time, so that's not an argument.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, like you're a buffoon and a moron.
sure.
Pete, have you actually heard your arguments?
Yeah.
Have you actually listened to what you're saying?
We
Yes, Runty. You little runt. You little runt of the litter. The
Kick him
flat
out.
litter.
Some
Yeah,
of the
kick-
nonsense,
kick out the truth.
nonsense that you guys come up with.
Since I haven't said anything that's
Looming,
nonsense.
looming, bending of
Bending space-time.
space-time. I mean, come on.
Well, what the hell? You guys do the same thing with the angle. You say an angle of view causes a curve in something that's flat. Like, that's ridiculous.
That's not what we say.
You have to make
No
up. You have to
curves
make
in
up
anything.
all these.
You never say curve.
You have to
no
make up
curve.
ad hoc hypotheses to explain the curve that we see on the Earth. You can't just
Give
say
demonstrations. Do you want to see it? Do you want me to show
what we
you, P?
observe is what we're seeing.
You have to use
Do you want me to show you?
Pythagoras instead of
I'll show you,
trigonometry
Pete.
to measure how far away things are because you think it's a curve.
Do you want me to show you, P? P, do you want me to show you?
What? No.
Yeah, simple demonstration of lowering your angle of view and it causing things to disappear from bottom up.
It doesn't.
I'm asking, you're saying it doesn't, and I'm saying, would you like me to show you?
No. You're gonna.
Okay. No worries, P. I won't then. No problem.
You're gonna
Go in
tell me
peace.
something that's not true.
Ignorance is bliss. Just claim it doesn't happen. Stick your head in the sand, stick your fingers in your ears, and go, la 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 la, Earth's a globe, la 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 la.
It is a ball, it is a ball.
La 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 la, Earth's a ball, you're all liars, la 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 la.
You mean like what you do?
That's not what I do. I'm offering to
It's
give you a
exactly what
demonstration
you
of what I claim. That's what I'm offering, and you've said no. So, okay, no worries. It's not a problem. I don't care what you believe. You can believe I'm a liar, P, that's fine.
You are a liar.
Take solace. Okay, good for you. Take solace in that.
Okay. The
No,
boy
anyway.
who cried wolf.
What are you talking about? We're not crying anything. When we see something on the horizon, like the Isle of Man at 80 miles, P, we're not crying wolf. It's actually a photograph of the Isle of Man at 80 miles. We see it. You claim it's not really there. It's a hologram. So, what are you talking about? Cry wolf, what are you talking about? We do see it. It is there. It's in the picture.
I never claimed that it wasn't there, so that's a straw man.
No,
for
but your
one.
worldview is that, Pete. I don't care what you claim. You're
It's-
insignificant.
it's
You're
not.
nobody. Nobody gives a flying crap what you think, Pete. I'm telling you what the globe model dictates should be there or shouldn't be there, not what you think. Nobody gives a toss what you think.
Your interpretation of my worldview is inaccurate.
Not your worldview. I'll say it again. Nobody gives a flying crap what P. Mars thinks. You're an insignificant nobody, and nobody cares what your worldview is. The globe model, on the other hand, says the Isle of Man isn't really there. It's a looming, refractive hologram effect, because Earth curves blocking it, but we do still see it, but it isn't really there. That's not P. Mars's worldview. That's the worldview of about 5 billion people.
You're the only one that has that opinion.
No, that's the worldview of the globe model and what it dictates
not.
we should or shouldn't see based on an assumption of a radius.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no. You got
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got the math wrong
yeah,
on
yeah,
purpose.
that's real.
to
That's real.
create-
Yeah.
You purposely get the math incorrect, so you think you have a flat Earth argument
really?
when you don't.
Oh, can I tell you
Yes.
something about the math, P? See, in things like Miles Davis's picture, he claims that he's got a specific fixed angle to the first thing he observes. But in your calculator, every time you take a measurement to something in the distance, it angles the camera further down. A physical impossibility in reality, because when you open the shutter, you fix the angle. But your calculator keeps adjusting that angle a little bit further down for every single meter you go further out in distance. Now that's a manipulation of real world data, because you can't manipulate the angle. The angle to this turbine and the angle to the Isle of Man behind it are fixed when you take the picture, but your calculator changes the angle to make it work better on a presumed sphere. So, am I misrepresenting the maths by changing the actual angle we view things at for each target we measure? Or are you the globehead who thinks he's on a sphere and would use the curve calculator to claim that things are so hidden because you've actually changed the angle that you view it?
I don't think you got any of that.
I have no idea what you said, dude.
Yeah, that's because you're dumb.
That's what I thought.
That's because you're dumb, P.
Hey, Pete, do you know what? Do you know
I'm
what
really
angle
intelligent,
you-
actually.
Really? The camera can't angle down once you've taken the picture, but your maths for the curve does force you to say you've angled further down to see something further away, even though as soon as you open the shutter, the camera doesn't change position. This picture on screen now is taken at a fixed angle, but the calculator keeps angling the camera further and further down as you look further and further out. That's a fact, P. Now, I've explained it twice. If you still don't understand, I could dumb it down a bit more so that your super brain can cope with it.
I can't trust anything you say because you're
No, you just
a liar.
You can double check it.
Why are you here?
Double check it. Go and have a look at Walter
I'm
Bislin's
here to call
calculator.
Nathan a liar.
No, go and have a look at it. Check it out. Check out Walter Bislin's calculator. The further you look, the more you angle your camera down.
Right.
No, not right. We don't do that. We fix the angle, but that's how your maths misrepresents the world. Yours being a generic term, not P Mars. No one gives a shit what you think.
Yeah, the
I
math
care.
works out.
I care
correctly.
what you think, P Mars. I care. Just
I
don't
take
get
it all back.
suicidal, okay?
Flat and
I
Earth
care.
cares. I take it all back. So yeah, so the curve maths misrepresent the world. They also completely exclude perspective by way of using whole numbers. So a 10-foot
Not
wall is
true.
a 10-foot wall regardless of distance, when in reality it's got smaller. The angular size has got smaller. It looks smaller, but that's ignored again in the curve calculator. They use whole numbers only.
Hey, Pete.
Alternatively, you can just disbelieve everything I say, stick your head in the sand, stick your fingers in your ears and go la 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 la, you're a liar.
Well, yeah, you are a liar. I wouldn't trust you.
Good choice, good choice. Go in peace.
You have a huge bias that the Earth is flat. So anything you say,
Not at
as
all.
you're biased.
Say it again. Look
Attached
at the
to
Isle
it.
of Man and just say there it is. See this lighthouse on screen right now, P? I've done this 4 times with you. I just see that lighthouse, and no further explanation is required. No magical thinking, no assuming there's an Earth curve in the way, but we are having a projection of it lifted up from beyond the curve. We don't have to assume anything. We just look at it and go, there it is, lighthouse.
That's not true.
Really?
Yeah, you have to assume the reliability of your sense experience in terms of induction, which is a dogmatic claim you can't justify.
Sorry, I just see a
You have,
lighthouse.
you have to also assume the uniformity of nature.
I just see a lighthouse, Rumpus. I don't see anything other than a lighthouse.
Well, you're making assumptions that you can't justify. So
What, like assuming it's not there, but we still see it, like the globe?
but you wanna believe, you wanna have faith.
No,
that
I
you
do
don't
see it.
have any
No, no,
faith
I
when,
do see it.
In fact,
I,
you
no,
do.
no faith. No,
So-
you don't get it, P.
Sorry.
No,
Sorry,
I'm not
buddy.
believing it, P. It is
You're done.
there. I do see it. It is real. No
Yeah, you're
belief needed.
dogmatic. I got it.
No dogma. It's just a picture of a lighthouse. There's no dogma in saying there's a lighthouse.
Oh, there is a dogma. I suggest you read Klein's paper titled "The Two Dogmas of
Really?
Empiricism."
Okay, let's have a try with this picture, right? If I say tree, Right? There's a tree. You see that tree? Tree. Is that dogma? Tree.
The empiricist epistemology relies on dogma, Nathan. So yes, I'm telling you, you
It's just a tree,
have
P.
two
No, it's
dogmatic
not
claims you
dogma.
can't justify. Yeah,
Just
even
a
when you're
tree.
looking at a tree,
Just a tree, P.
you're saying there's the uniformity of nature, and you're saying you have the reliability of your sense experience.
No,
in
you
terms
just
of
made that
induction.
up. I
You
didn't
can't
say any
prove
of that.
You can't
No,
prove
no.
either of those.
No, I didn't say that, P. You just made all that up. I said
No,
tree.
that's
You see,
No, it's
you're
because
making
you're not
things
looking
far more
philosophically.
complicated than they are. I say tree,
not.
and you give me a load of word salad. and
You're
tell me
trying
I've
to
said that.
simplify things so you can win an
What,
argument. Like you're being
oversimplify a tree?
hypocrite.
It's
You're
a tree.
hypocrite.
How simple do you want it to be? It's a tree. And also,
I'm saying you're a
lighthouse.
hypocrite because
Lighthouse.
you
tree.
have
Lighthouse.
dogmatic claims you can't justify.
Oh, my
And
bad.
you're giving
So
people
I look at a
crap
lighthouse
for-
and say lighthouse, and that's dogmatic.
Yes.
I look at a tree and go tree, and that's
I
dogmatic.
told you. Klein
All right.
wrote it.
My
Philosophers
bad.
have torn. the
What I should
empiricism
be
apart.
doing is looking at a lighthouse and going, I wonder if a begging the question, perspective hijacking proof of nothing curve calculator says I should or shouldn't see that lighthouse. And when it says I shouldn't see it, I should then say, I wonder if I assume the Earth is a sphere and that light bends around that sphere at a given radius value, that I should then see it, given that we shouldn't see it because the model says I shouldn't see it. That's not dogma. That's normal. That's a normal way to think, isn't it, P?
Look, man, it's dogma. I don't know what to tell you. You're committing dogma, and then you're telling other people that they're dogmatic while you're being dogmatic.
I just see a lighthouse and say lighthouse. I just see a tree and say tree. Lighthouse. There it is, a lighthouse. There's a tree. And I don't need any explanation for why I see it. I just see it. I open my eyes, I see it's there. That's the end of my explanation. And your explanation on the globe side is, yeah, you can see it, but according to the begging the question proof of nothing perspective hijacking curve calculator, it isn't really there. It's obscured by Earth curve. But we do see it because the light is being bent around that Earth curve I say is blocking it even though you can see it, and bringing it back into view as a hologram. Now that's not dogmatic thinking, that's realistic thinking. And when I just say lighthouse, that's dogma.
Are you acting stupid on purpose or what?
No, that's not acting stupid. I'm saying I say lighthouse and put a picture of a lighthouse on and get accused of being dogmatic. No, I just see a lighthouse. And then when I compare it to a tree and go, there's a tree, you go, yeah, you're being dogmatic. And then you give me a load of word salad telling me and everyone on the panel that that's what I said. And I didn't say any of it. I said tree.
You can read. Look, Nathan, there's a philosopher named Klein who wrote a paper titled The Two Dogmas of Empiricism. And he explains in that paper how an empiricistic epistemology makes two dogmatic claims that the empiricists can't justify. So in trying to eliminate dogma, you are committing dogma and you're being a hypocrite.
I'm not doing any of the above. I'm saying there's a tree.
Nathan, I mean, you can read the paper or not, but
Sorry,
you're wrong. so
anybody
I
on
don't
the
know what to
panel,
tell you. Philosophers have ripped your position apart.
Sorry,
for
I just
decades.
say tree and you think of philosopher.
Your
I
position
point
is-
at a tree with my
your
mouse
position
and go
is-
tree.
Your position
Let's
is
try again. Let's try it with something
anti-philosophical.
else. Let's try it. See if this is dogmatic. Boat. Boat.
I think PMAs is struggling with philosophy over empiricism. Philosophy doesn't trump empiricism, P. Sorry.
There's a boat, P. Boat.
Philosophy. I didn't say philosophy trumps empiricism.
This
I said
dogma.
empiricism makes two dogmatic claims that the empiricists can't justify.
Yeah, my claim. Here's my claim. Tell me where the dogma lies. This is my claim. Listen carefully. Boat. That's my claim. One word. Boat. Am I being dogmatic? You having me on? Are you stupid?
Are you stupid?
No, you are. You're giving me a massive amount of word salad when I point at a tree and go, there's a tree. And that's the end of my explanation. No dogma, just I see a tree and say tree. Kids could do it. Like literally a 2-year-old, my kid, could probably point at a tree and go, tree! Right? Now, she might not be able to say lighthouse, but she can still point it and recognise that she sees something. Yeah? And I point it and go lighthouse and get accused of
No.
dogma.
Now that is a word salad. What I did was concise and clear. I pointed out a paper you can read for yourself, written by a philosopher smarter than me.
Why would I need to do that when I'm just pointing out a tree?
You're wrong.
Pete.
I don't
Why
know
do I
if
need
you're
to
wrong,
read about
so
philosophy
you're-
when I'm just pointing out a tree? Let's try this.
Well, you're an idiot.
Let's try this one.
You're an idiot.
Why do I need to?
Don't learn.
Why do I
Hey,
need
don't learn.
philosophy for this one? Let's try it. Let's see if you can stop rumpusing.
Don't read a
Let's
paper.
just try.
So do more
Let's just
YouTube
tell me.
videos.
You just explain it to me. Take me through it. Fence post. Fence
Yeah, where do you find the
post.
time to research when you're?
I
just
see a
sitting on
fence
YouTube all
post.
day?
Why do I now need to go and read upon philosophy? I just see a fence post. So is that what's the issue? Why do I need to now know about philosophy to look at and say what I see? I see a fence post.
Holy fuck, man!
Oh my god. I see. It's just like, I spy. I spy a lighthouse. No, you bloody dogmatic idiot. You need to assume Earth curves away in the way of that lighthouse. And you need to assume that light is being bent around that curve that's blocking the view of that lighthouse, 7/6 of the radius of that curve. And that's why we can see it, because my model says so. Don't be so dogmatic and just say lighthouse, stupid 2-year-old. Don't point at things and say you can see them. Don't be so silly and childish. Not lighthouse, slightly looming non-standard refraction hyena lighthouse. Get it right, dogmatic idiot. Is that right, P? Not lighthouse,
Yeah,
slightly looming
nice word
non-standard
salad.
refraction hyena lighthouse, right?
Yeah, cool word salad.
Not word salad. My word for that thing is lighthouse. End of story for me. For you, slightly looming non-standard refraction hyena hologram of a lighthouse. Because you think Earth curve blocks the view of it, and it's being bent back around the curve of the Earth. So, not my word salad. I just understand your religion better than you do.
I didn't put those words in your mouth, Nathan. You put them in
Those
your
are the
mouth.
reality of your worldview. If you
I
think
never
you're on a
said any of
model
those words
an Earth.
that you claim I said.
But P Mars, other ballers have.
No,
Other
nobody
ballers
cares
have come
what
in
you
and
say,
used those
P.
words. That's where Nathan gets that from.
So, some flat earthers say, like Arwen, he says crazy fucking shit.
Yeah.
So what?
So, slightly looming non-standard refraction hyena hologram of a lighthouse. That's not crazy shit.
Some flat earthers, the only reason they believe the earth is flat is because it says so in the Bible, right?
Well, no, I believe it because I see a lighthouse. And I just go, lighthouse.
Should I just say y'all believe in the Bible's flat earths?
I say it again. I see a lighthouse and go, lighthouse. That's it. No Bible.
So you must.
I say mountain range. Globus say false. Looming. I say boat. And then they go, well, that's not looming. And I say wind turbine. They say, well, that's not looming. Only the mounting is looming. You talk about us guys.
That hologram, is it, P? Is
Try
it
Nathan.
logical to
Nathan,
see that and go
what's
hologram?
this?
Your eyes are circular.
What's this, Nath?
The
You
hologram.
wanna play the
Slightly
side
looming
of-
non-standard
side of the
refraction
globe?
hyena hologram of a mountain.
Do you want to be a glober here? Nathan, what's this? Or shall I call you Rumpus? What's this?
Mountain.
Is it really there?
Oh, I can't be certain. Should I check a slightly looming non-standard refraction hyena hologram projection dreams
Yeah,
mathematical
'cause the
calculation to see if I can see it or not?
Yeah, the curve calculator is going to tell you whether it's there or it's not. Not your eyes, not the camera. That's not going to tell you. The only thing that could tell you is the Earth curve calculator.
You can't trust your eyes, Ranty, because sometimes we see a curve, so we
I
have to
can.
create an elaborate reason, an
Check it
excuse
out.
for why we see a curve with our eyes. Because
Hands
we're
up who
flat
disagrees
earthers and
with
there
me.
can't be
Let's
curve.
see. I can't trust my
We're
eyes.
dogmatic.
Hands up who
We're
disagrees.
dogmatic.
Let's see who disagrees. Mountain. Who disagrees? Anybody? Pete, you're the one supposed to be disagreeing, saying it's a slightly looming non-standard refraction hyena hologram of a mountain. Hello? You
Why do you
don't
sound
see
so
it, P.
nervous?
It's not really there for you, P. We just see it and go mountain, boat, lighthouse. Not a problem for us. Big problem for you.
It's not a problem. You're just a hater.
We just can't trust what we can see. Right, P?
Only the Earth
I think you
curve.
can.
Oh, well,
You
that's okay.
worship
Then the Earth is flat, P.
Earth calculator.
Then the Earth's flat, P. Obviously.
Maybe.
Definitely. Obviously and observably.
Except for when you observe a curve, then you have to create an ad hoc hypothesis to explain why we see
Yeah, but
a
you have
curve.
to show the curve. Show that
What
it's a
curve?
curve you're observing.
When do we see a curve?
Never.
You guys
All
show
the
us
time.
things being obstructed and then say it's curved. You don't
Right.
show us curves, P. Come on, man.
We show you curve all the time, man.
Won't show us
Yeah,
curve.
okay.
Show, man. We show you curve, man. You want to see some curve, man?
Go on then.
Come on.
Let's have a look.
Yeah,
What you got?
let's have a look. I'll stop sharing. You can show us.
Come on.
Nice try,
Yeah,
P.
as a curve.
By the way, Nathan, how cool is that boat image?
Oh, superb.
I hope you've downloaded it yourself.
I have downloaded them now, yeah. Onto my phone. Still haven't
That
got my
one that
iPad.
I've just posted in the side chat.
I'm not in a cult.
You're in a globe cult.
Nathan.
In the side chat.
Yeah, it says boat/IOM.
You mean in Skype, don't you?
Yeah, you want to get hold of
got
that
it.
image.
Yeah, got it. Beautiful.
That's awesome. That's such an awesome image.
I can't quite get over that you're seeing 80 plus miles. So badass.
I'm going to go further. I'm going to go. I told you, didn't I? I'm going to go to the. There's a mountain behind that that's about 3 miles further away, but it's also twice the height. So it's like 400 meters high. But from that observation point, I shouldn't be able to see Douglas. So if I can see Douglas, or watch a boat coming out from the harbour.
I don't think you will. It's the same as when you said you were looking for the lighthouse. I don't think it's going to be big enough. I just don't think you'll get to see a boat coming out of the harbour.
Well, if I can see the harbour itself, that would be, or the town surrounding it.
You might just see the harbour, but again, like, you're not going to get. It's like comparing what you get to Barrow at 20 miles with when you go up to like 30 miles. Suddenly you can't resolve any of it. It's so small. But when you're at 20 miles, you can see cars and shit. So I just think the boats would be too small to see it. I mean, it's 80 miles.
I know.
Of course, on their representation of a flat world, you can see everything forever.
Yeah. Yeah. Funny how the Rumpus came in today and he said, "Well, that's just in a static environment. That doesn't have any weather conditions." Yeah. But yet, when we talk about weather conditions, they conveniently ignore it.
Yeah.
How does the sun put the shadow of a mountain on the underside of a cloud?
Perspective again, P. Things drop as they get further away from you. Well, you laugh. But
I'd like to see you demonstrate that.
Yeah, no problem. That can easily be demonstrated.
Use perspective to put. You can put a light source up.
There's
Yeah,
a
hold
video
on,
that
Pete. Do you want me
using
to
candles.
give you an explanation
No way.
or not? Just want to throw it out there with no
mean-
response.
I know your explanation is bullshit, so I really don't care.
No, you
but
do just want to throw it out
that's
there
pretty
without
good
any
evidence of the
rebuttal.
curve.
No opportunity for rebuttal from us. Then you just want to throw it out there. Okay, P. That proves the Earth is a ball. Well done. You bested us, P. Good job.
It does.
Excellent, P. Take solace in that.
I won.
You did. Tap yourself on the back. You won this battle by refusing to listen to an alternative point of view. Well done.
I learned that technique from you, Nathan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I watched you ignore tons of arguments, so now I learned how to do it. It took a while.
Really?
Yeah, I think it took about 100 times of you doing it for me to really get how it worked.
There are no arguments that are any good, P. There's nothing been presented that's decent. Literally nothing. And on that extended silence, I think I'll say first and foremost a huge, massive, enormous thank you to all of the debating panel for making this after show possible.
I'm a good guy for a gal, so won't you look my palm over? I got time for a chat, so won't you tell me my future? I'm gonna break down at 50, and I'm not quite a stallion. I'm a good guy for a gal, and I'm mentally slipping. Oh yeah, what's that you see? Oh boy, find out what's up with me. Oh yeah, what's that you see? Tell me more of what's gonna be. If you're friends with me, well then you're friends with me. If you're down with me, well then you're down with me. Friends of me, friends of me, friends of me, friends with you. Some modest fame and fortune is gonna come to me early. I get 2 loves in my life, and I'm dying at 90. Oh yeah, what's that you see? Oh boy, find out what's up with me. Oh yeah, what's that you see? Tell me more of what's gonna be. If you're friends with me, well then you're friends with me. If you're down with me, well then you're down with me. Friends of me, friends of me, friends of me, friends of me. If you're friends with P, well then you're friends with me. If you're down with P, well then you're down with me. If you're friends with P, well then you're friends with me. If you're down with P, well then you're down with me.